Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. You've done goofed. So before we begin, Hulu Plus is an online streaming service that allows you to stream movies and TV shows straight to your tablet or PC. Just yesterday I watched several episodes of South Park, which actually relates to the topic of this video. However, Hulu Plus has a massive wide selection of TV shows and movies for you to watch on the go, and if you click the first link down below in the description, you can sign up using my vanity URL, and you will get a 2-week free trial of streaming all of these shows and all of these movies for absolutely free. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, my vanity URL is right here, www.huluplus.com/MrRepzion. If you sign under that name, you will get a 2-week free trial to stream all of these shows for absolutely free.
Magellan's Nancy Grace joins me live. And Nancy Grace, you know, let's just call this big picture. I'm curious, and in your reading and watching all of this last couple of days, do you think legalizing pot for recreational use, do you think that's a good idea?
I think it's a horrible idea, and I speak not only after studying it and reading every shred of scientific and research data out there.
First of all, this is absolutely bullshit. You cannot say that you've researched every shred of data and information out there and then proceed to say the statements that you're about to say regarding marijuana. The fact that you say the things that you do proves how stupid you really are and how ignorant you really are on the topic of marijuana and what it can do for people like myself and many, many others who have either disabilities or medical conditions or even mental disorders.
But after seeing what it does to people on an everyday level,
how do you mean?
Having in court, when I would prosecute drug cases. Now, I understand that a recreational amount in Colorado, remember, there are only 2 states that allow recreational sale or possession of marijuana, that being Colorado and Washington State, and in Washington State it has not been implemented yet. But what I would see is that people would drop out of work, they would become lethargic. I mean, come on, ask yourself, do you want your cab driver to be high on pot?
Ding, 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 straw man alert, straw man alert. You can't be serious. Do you want your taxi cab driver to be high on pot? No, just like I wouldn't want my taxi driver to be intoxicated while driving me around. Same line of thinking.
But I think
How about your airplane pilot?
I think
what
that's
about
one
that?
issue.
Oh yeah, do you want your airplane pilot to be high on pot? Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that 9/11 was an inside job? Those Islamic fucking extremists that crashed that plane into the Twin Towers, they were taking marijuana. That is what caused 9/11 to happen. They were smoking their blunts on the plane, and it just made them think irrationally and decided to hijack that plane and just crash it into a building. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what marijuana does. Marijuana steals and takes innocent lives. You should know that by now. Shame on you.
Hang on, but on the other side, I was talking to a tour operator, obviously, who's thrilled at the legalization, recreationally speaking, in Colorado specifically, and he would argue, you know, listen, if you do it responsibly, you don't get behind the wheel, you do it in a private, confined space, you do it safely, no harm, no foul.
You
Like
mean
drinking.
a private space like your home where you're supposed to be taking care of your children?
So now you're saying that everybody who smokes marijuana automatically has children. I'm 22 and I don't plan on popping out any not popping. I don't plan on making any babies until maybe 27, 30 years of age. So I don't really see how that is relevant here.
Or cooking at a gas stove? Or lighting a fireplace? You mean that place? Yeah, no. Not a good idea.
Nancy Grace, can you please substantiate your claims as to why it's not a good idea if I'm doing something in the privacy of my own home? You know, you sound like one of those people who's avidly against gay marriage or people having consensual gay sex in the privacy of their own home. How does having gay sex or smoking marijuana in the privacy of your own home affect you? It doesn't affect you. You just don't like it. You just don't like the concept of having it legalized and people doing things that you may disapprove of. But let me tell you something, Nancy Grace, is that just because you don't like it does not mean that you have to enforce your beliefs or opinions on what other people do in the privacy of their own home. It is not your right and it is not your position to walk around and say, you can't do this, you can't do that because I disapprove of it. Just because you disapprove of it does not make it actually wrong. However, in this video that you're tackling here on the topic of marijuana, you seem to think that your opinion is automatically valid because you don't like it. You're just like those evangelical stupid motherfucking Christians who hold the same type of viewpoints towards gay marriage. You're no different here.
Okay.
Look, I don't want, when I'm at work, I don't want my babysitter high on pot.
In my old job, it was illegal for me to arrive at my workplace intoxicated or drunk or under the influence. In the same way, and when I signed that contract of the job that I was working, I was not allowed to be high on marijuana while going to work. This same law, the rules apply with alcohol and marijuana. So when you say, do you want your babysitter to be high on pot? No, I don't want my babysitter to be intoxicated while she's taking care of a child. Same line of thinking. Everything that you're saying here can easily be flipped to equate to alcohol, and it's the same rules and same regulations apply.
All right? Does anybody? Do you want your children? Do you want your parents, your sister, your brother to be taken care of or driven around by somebody on pot because it's okay in Colorado? You know what? Colorado gets what they ask for.
I know people are screaming at the television, agreeing with you
I'm sure.
and vehemently disagreeing with
Hey,
you.
look, the ones that are disagreeing are lethargic, sitting on the sofa eating chips.
Oh,
Pot. It
that
makes
is
you
a blanket
fat
statement,
and
Nancy
lazy.
Grace.
There.
Nancy Grace, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Colorado State has the lowest obesity rate in all of the 50 United States in America. Bet you didn't know that fact, so your statement that everybody who smokes marijuana is lazy, fat, and sitting on their couch eating potato chips is automatically false. Furthermore, you seem to completely ignore any fact that marijuana can actually do and help a lot of different people. It can help people with anxiety, it can help people with mental disorders. It has helped me personally to relax me because I have a lot of personal issues that I deal with. And the fact of the matter is this, alcohol has never been shown to actually help people positively in terms of medical issues. Marijuana has. My suggestion to you, Nancy Grace, is before you open your big mouth on a subject that you absolutely know nothing about, and then attempt to generalize everybody who has ever smoked marijuana, goes to show that you're nothing more than a stereotypical generalizing motherfucker. Oh yeah, and that somehow smoking marijuana makes you do crazy things.